Hey, Sai here. This is, I have to admit, I have to be honest, this is a mental build. It's absolutely riddled with CC, and I'm talking like hundreds of pieces of CC that I've gathered all over the internet over the past year or so. So not only would it be a nightmare to link all the CC up in the description, I just don't think it would be that realistic that anyone would go around to all of those different sites to get it all. So this is basically just for fun. I don't think I'm putting this on the gallery because I mean there's no point. No one can do anything with it. They'll download it and place it, and everything will disappear. So yes, this is a quirky little heart-shaped build, which was, as you will be able to see, a nightmare to build the original shell of this part, all the walls. It was absolute hell on legs. I don't think I could put it any other way. But it was really, like, I just wanted to get all of my creativity out. I wanted to get out there, do something crazy, weird, just sort of like delve into the world of CC again. So I've got quite a few cool bits of CC that I use quite a lot in here. Like there's a woodworking bench that looks like a sort of giant white rock from when I was playing about with like prehistoric builds quite a lot. And there's these really cool what do you call it? There's cool fountains in there that are very different. There's cool fireplaces, is that what they call it? That are in there that are very different. This top bit was a nightmare to do. The whole thing was. And then I figured out that for some reason it didn't make this into a room at first. So I mean I managed to get it fixed in the end, but I sort of rage quit when it did that to me. Because I was like, how am I gonna fix this up? But it was quite fun. Very fun to build, actually. And it is quite mad. I kept having to check the, you know, like the required items bit up at the top to make sure that it would actually class as an art house. It's called Psychachu Arthouse, and pretty much everything that you can see now is going to change before the end of it. I do not end up having 10 billion doors and these specific wallpapers on the build at all. I just really wanted to use something crazy, so I was trying as many crazy things as I could, and then seeing how many I could keep. You know how it was gonna, yeah, because it didn't even do as a room. I couldn't even shift click the flooring onto the whole room. This whole build, I mean, I only had something like 2.5 hours of footage, but I swear to God, it felt like it took about 7 hours. It was so awkward to build, but I kind of like how it came out, and I think, you know, I'm gonna play around with it some more, and I'm gonna make different versions of it and all that kind of stuff, and I'll probably end up making a non-CC version of it, you know, which I can actually share on the gallery, because it's quite a cool build. Very weird, very weird. I'm not disillusioned to that, but yeah. So just got it to register as a room. Thankfully, that didn't take long at all. But yes, so there's a cool kind of deck bit on top, which I think all of the windows like here on the outside changed purely because I put, yeah, that trim on, and they all disappeared, and I thought, well, I'm not gonna have the same ones. I'll just find different ones this time. And the ones that I found were like infinitely better than what I had before anyway. I think the external wallpaper's gonna change pretty soon. To what it actually stays at in the end. And I don't know, I was trying so many different things with this house. It's got my sort of trademark sort of glass stair house on the roof, so that I can have stairs going up to the roof without screwing with the lighting. And yes, haha. So that's the outside as it is, as pretty much as it's going to look. I think I coordinate the windows a bit more before the end, but that's kind of small stuff. And that's my little glass house, or it will be in a sec. I wanted to kind of have spandrels up on the top, and then I figured I don't really need to. You know, I can just kind of put a trim up and have the columns holding it up, and that'll still look pretty cool. I like that look, to be honest. I do. I think it's pretty cool. The landscaping I left right till the very end. I think I either do it right at the beginning or right at the end. There's no midway landscaping for me at all. Yeah. Sorry, just watching the when you replace walls, it looks really glitchy in the game. Even if you're doing it at normal speed and not all sped up like it is here, it looks annoying and glitchy, which can be quite irritating when building anyway. But to try to keep it to a minimum. And good, so we're getting around to furnishing. Got some bars. One of the ideas that I wanted to do when I rehaul this build is make a cool kind of irregular shaped bar to go downstairs. So downstairs you've got the art murals, which are on the required items, and you got the bars. You got I think like this like fountain sort of piece that took quite a while to build. You got, oh yeah, you had to have toilets and a sink, and I didn't realize that those sort of box toilets that you can put in do not register as having sinks in them, which seems quite bizarre to me. So I just had to build my own little thing. And that counter is one that I recolored myself ages ago. As are the plants. I think they're Psychachu plants as well. But yeah, it ended up looking quite cute actually. This little random thing in the middle of the outside. So you're screwed if it's raining, I guess. But this is the sort of like fountain installation. I should really start having Sims on the lot towards the end of a build so that I can show everyone what they're like in live mode, because I build for live mode, very much so. So a lot of my a lot of the things that I put in there will look really cool in live mode and look a bit slightly odd in build mode. But yeah, just these little chalk rugs are one of my favorites actually, to accentuate things in a quirky little way. I do quite like it. And I'm kind of negotiating with the wallpaper at the minute, because I'm starting to realize it's slightly too much. But I'll fix that in a minute, don't worry. And where are... Yeah, I think I'm going to go around and do all of the wallpaper now. So it's just sort of almost accented by that cool black and gold wallpaper, which I think came from a brief sort of collaboration on the website that I put all of my CC on. So it was a collaboration between all of these really good artists, and I think it's called something like The Perfect Night. And there was loads of cool stuff that came up in that, like club stuff and clothes and all this kind of crazy jazz that came up. And I downloaded, for free, tons of it, absolutely tons of it. But yeah, that's thesimsresource.com. That's where all of my CC is as well. I've been working on a sort of like living room set called Dark Living, but I'm a little bit unsure about it at the minute, so I might withdraw it from submissions because I don't know. There's something about it that's not quite right. You know, bit of a perfectionist, I have to say. But that's fine. Everyone's different, right? Oh, hopefully that's fine. This is it is just an insane build. Every time I look at it, I think, wow, this is highly impractical. But everything is fully accessible. I mean, you know, I don't build things that Sims can't actually get to. But there's a huge editing process in building. The one thing I don't like about stair railings is you can just about see it there, but they go through the wall sometimes at the top in a really bizarre way. Like if the stairs are against the wall, they should just not have railing on the wall, because why would you? That's insane and weird. But these are some cool little sort of like mini futon style tables. I'm just setting up the art zone where all the artists have something to sketch and paint. And I think I'm using, some of my own easels there. They come in like 6 or 7, I think. I can't remember, shades. So that's pretty cool. Trying out some of my pianos as well, but they didn't really fit with the vibe of the room at all. Yes, just the little music bit, which took a surprisingly large amount of time to figure out, because I'm perfectionist, so each stool has to be placed exactly equidistant from one another. Some of the this is the workbench. That stone, white stone, is the workbench. You know, the carpenter's workbench. And these are activity tables for kids. They're from, I think, when I was doing medieval simming quite a lot, because I have a huge amount of medieval simming. Out of all the kind of niche simming CC that I have, I think, those silver things are the fireplaces. But where was I? Oh yeah, out of all of the niche simming artifacts that I have, I would say that I most definitely have the most of medieval stuff. Absolutely, definitely. Because I was on that for ages. But I also have a lot of ancient Greek stuff. A huge amount of ancient Greek stuff, which is quite cool. And there's this, in my ancient Greek stuff, there's a scribe desk, which works as a computer, so that they can sit at the desk and go on the computer, but it doesn't break immersion by having an actual computer in some ancient Greek build, which obviously wouldn't happen. But loads and loads and loads of what I call immersion CC, where it just basically gets what the Sims need to do to fit into whatever you're trying to do. Lighting was a bit of a nightmare in this build. Those little hearts, if you can see them in the corner, are fire pits though, and those obviously big round metal things are also fires. So once they're all lit, it will be quite beautiful. But like I said, again, that will be in live mode, that will come into action. I just got a bit of spotlighting there. And this roof got a bit odd. It did get a teensy bit odd, I do have to say. There's these are some of my trees from my fantasy sort of tree set. Which I don't use that often, but I wanted something to light them up a bit, like light up the trunks. So I just used like millions of these little CC light things, which I quite like anyway, because they come in tons of different shades, and I've kind of been able to fit them into quite a lot of builds actually over the time, quite a lot. Yeah, but there's also up here going to be crystals that glow as well, to put around all of the sofas, which you can't really see unless you're zoomed in. I think it zooms in a second, so that you can see them a bit more clearly. They're beautiful, beautiful sofas. I think, but do not quote me on this, they're Winner 9 sofas. Winner 9, I think. But please don't quote me on that. And I'm really sorry if the person who actually created them is watching. But anyway, there's only, I believe, landscaping to go now, which is incredibly calming. So I might just, oh, sorry, this took forever. For some reason, it didn't register as a whole item. So that was a good 15 minutes of my life I didn't get back. Yes, at any rate, I'll leave you here for landscaping. This is quite relaxing to watch landscaping without someone chatting at you the whole time. So yes, thank you for watching, and I hope you like this utterly insane build. And yeah, you can find it in my playlist with all of my other speed builds. So bye.
Lexamenos